Hello, my name is JDTwoSixTwo and welcome to Assassin's Creed Revelations Pointing, the last proper pointing one we'll be doing for the rest of this Let's Play. So, as you can see, I'm dressed as Altair. I'm wearing my outfits that I've collected. There is 5 of them, I believe, and I'm changing them every 4 minutes while I'm doing the Cappadocia Pointing. Basically going around collecting all of the little data fragments and the treasure chests that are left inside the area. So pointing, if you don't know what it is where I'm going to be going around collecting all those stuff I just mentioned. At the first part, I will be going through the database entries with unlocked, and I'll be reading them like in audiobook format. So if you like all the little bits of information of the game, this is for you. If not, then you don't have to watch this. I'm not going to be doing anything important. What else am I going to be doing? After that, I'm going to be doing some post-commentary, which is where I talk after I've recorded, and I'm talking about anything that doesn't have to be related to Assassin's Creed, could be anything. And I think that's about it. Yeah, I think so. Okay then. Well, let's begin with Mirella de Juric, a Romany driven to join the Templars' ranks after suffering years of abuse and ridicule at the hands of the ruling elite. Mirella used her cover as a pagan spiritual medium to infiltrate and influence Constantinople's poorer classes. As a canny thief and a skilled seductress to boot, she was the Templars' primary link to the vast underworld of criminal activity, and there wasn't a pickpocket, prostitute, or contract killer in the city that she didn't know by name. Cyril of Rhodes, publicly shamed and humiliated by the Patriarch of Constantinople for actions unbecoming of Eastern Orthodox faith, Cyril of Rhodes spent the last decade of his life plotting revenge against his former masters. Never a true believer in the doctrine he once espoused, so passionately, he used his nominal position in the church to erode it from within and further the Templars' ideology. Dilara, a Turkish woman born in the Tokipi harem. Dilara was raised from birth to honour the Sultan and his family and trained to desire nothing more than a fine husband and a lofty station in life. This strict set of boundaries did not please or amuse her, however, and she quickly gained a reputation as an ill-mannered and brazen upstart. This suited her just fine, as it did a Jazzaneri named Tarik Berletti, who quite admired her boldness. Taken by her charms, Tarik eventually arranged for her to release to work as an envoy for the Jazzaneris, half out of kindness and half hoping this would win Dilara's affections. It did not, and became a source of much grief for Tarik in his later years. Manuel Palaiologos, born the year of Constantinople's fall to the Ottomans, Manuel Palaiologos, nephew of the fallen Byzantine Emperor Constantine XI, did not visit the city that might have been his until much later in life. As a boy, he was heavily influenced by the tales of his family's tragic fall from power, and with his brother Andreas, fostered early hopes of somehow reclaiming that glory. But this brotherly pact also fell into ruin. Andres, a friend of Rodrigo Borgia and acquaintance of the Ottoman Sultan's brother, Sem, living under house arrest in Italy, advocated a militaristic approach against the Ottomans to be led and commanded by the Templars. Manuel, on the other hand, preferred a subtler approach, less flashy but more likely to succeed. At some point after 1485, Manuel moved to Constantinople and immediately made his presence known to the Sultan, selling the rights of his throne to Bezid II as a healthy pension. He then joined the Ottoman navy and converted to Islam. Thus, on the surface, he appeared to be very model of the modern Ottoman, learned, curious, and proud of his adopted country. Andreas was, of course, furious at his brother, believing him to be a traitor, but of the two men, Manuel's scheme proved more viable. At least on the surface. By the late 1490s, Rodrigo's interest in helping the Palaiologi retake Constantinople had evaporated, and Andreas had fallen deep into poverty, eventually dying alone and penniless in the gutters of Rome, sometime around 1502. But Manuel flourished. He grew fat and satisfied of his pension, and the income pouring in from various other dubious concerns. By the time he was in his late 50s, he was one of the wealthiest people in the city. So did his wealth and success temper his plans for world domination? I'm going to guess no. And was he still bitter about the Ottoman occupation of his city? Most likely, yes. Niccolo and Maffeo Polo, brothers born in Venice around 1230 CE or so, these two seemed bred from birth to be explorers in the early 1250s. They left their naive country for Constantinople, both barely 20 years old, with dreams of crashing in on the ongoing Latin occupation of the ancient city. That same year, they opened a trade post and quickly established themselves as men of vision and talent. Over the next few years, the brothers travelled between their new home in Florence, staying long enough to keep the ties strong and, in Niccolo's case, father a child named Marco. But even this sacred domestic duty did not tame the fire in Niccolo's belly, and the brothers returned to Constantinople shortly after Marco's birth. In 1256, the brothers sailed south to Acre, and from there travelled to Masyaf at the invitation of a man named Darim, who they had befriended the previous year. Once they arrived, Niccolo and Maffeo Polo found themselves in the company of a legendary assassin mentor, Altair Ibn La Ahad. It was a meeting that proved as life-altering as it was mysterious. After spending barely a month in Altair's company, Niccolo and Maffeo were changed men. Now devoted assassins, they left Masyaf on the eve of the Mongol attack, carrying Altair's codex and 5 strange artifacts. Their value immeasurable, and their purpose unclear. After many weeks of hardship and tragic losses, most notably of the Codex, which unceremoniously fell into the hands of a raiding Mongol party, the Polo brothers returned to their trading post in Constantinople and began their long process of establishing a functional assassins guild, drawing on locals from all corners of the region, Greeks and Turks, Albanians and Jews, Genoese and Arabs. But their efforts could not erase their shame of having lost Altair's valuable codex, and in 1259, after hiding Altair's 5 artifacts within the hiding them with great care, they left the city they had called home for nearly a decade. One headed east to seek the reigning Mongol Khan, and on the errand that would only be completed decades later by Niccolo's son Marco. Wait, what? They left the city they had called home for nearly a decade, and headed east to seek the reigning Mongol Khan, on an errand that would only be completed decades later by Niccolo's son Marco, which is when they go to... Because have you seen that Marco Polo thing on Netflix? He stays with them for a while, because he gets left behind by his father and that. Okay, so we have changed clothes. We're now wearing old Altair's clothes, which is, they're quite nice. They're very ceremonial. Right, so I'm just checking now just to see how many database entries I've got left. I've got 1, which I'm guessing is going to happen. Yes, it's going to happen soon when I've... Oh yeah, by the way, I'm just looking at my ship right now because I'm waiting to get turned to 8 minutes, because every 4 minutes I change. So I just want to go and have a look at my ship now because I like my ship. The Milky Brew. It is a fine vessel. Right. So, what have we got left in this game? So we've got much left really in this Assassin's Creed video game. I mean, we've done most of the stuff. I mean, the only side missions we've got left are 2 assassin missions. The mentor ones where they become the master assassins, and the other one is a hidden tomb, and I think that's about it really. Can't think what else there is. But I've just changed clothes now again. I believe I'm wearing the armour of Brutus, the best armour from Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I am. There we go. There I am wearing them. Looking rather fancy, Ezio. Yeah, but apart from those 3 missions, I think we're done with the game. We've just got the story missions to complete, and then we're finished, which is actually quite scary because that means I need to get the next game and plan a guide for it, which is going to be absolutely mental. Right, so I'm just going back now to the Cappadocia to get the last little bits, and then we'll be off again. Go see what else is lying around. So I'm actually looking right now at inside of the base for myself, and I know there's another armor piece you can get, and I don't know where it's going to go because there's no room for it. At least I think you get. Or do you get his sword? Or do you get his sword? You might get his sword. I'm not sure. Yeah, because the temple we go to. What are they talking about? Don't know. I can't hear them. Yeah, but it's very exciting. And we're still missing a dagger as well for some reason. Do you know what I might do? Actually, I might have a little look actually and see what you do get from that hidden tomb. So I'm not sure. I'm sure I knew what it was, but I'm guessing it's not because obviously there's no space for it unless I'm right. I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I will have a look. Right. So if I put Assassin's Creed Revelations. And I'll put that word, which I can't tell you because that's a massive spoiler. Oh, actually, I can close down my video recorder now. I didn't realise I could. Good, that's done. Just waiting for the rest of this video to finish now then. Right, has it loaded up? It has. I think. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not... Ah, right, okay then. So you get a sword. And I think that's it. So I think the armour we've got now is the last armour of the game, which I didn't realise it was. You know, that's not too bad. I'm happy with that. But there's still a dagger we're missing. I'm not sure what it is. Oh wow, there's loads of information here about. They're looking at a certain person. And there's a lot of information here about it actually. I just want to read it. I can't read it off, of course. Okay. Okay. So I'm trying to find... Ah. Okay, you get a sword. Yeah. So it's just a sword you get then. Oh, that's odd. I'm still missing a dagger. Do I get a dagger from the... Yeah, I must get a dagger from the Mercenary Guild challenges then. Oh, actually no, the Assassin Guild challenges. What do I get from the Assassins? Let's have a look. So I've still got some challenges that I need to sort out next week as well. I think the next episode I might just focus on getting these little bits done. Just so we're all sorted and ready for the end, because obviously the end is shortly coming. So I've got mercenary challenges to do left. Though I've got quite a few of those to complete. And I get a weapon for them. What do I get from the assassin stuff? Oh, I've changed clothes, I think. I think now I'm wearing the Turkish armour. Turkish assassin armour. Okay, so I do get an assassin weapon. I wonder what that will be. I might as well just look around and see which ones I'm missing. I know I'm missing a dagger. I know that for certain because I can see it right now. It says empty. Okay. So I'm missing one dagger. I'm missing a sword, which I know we get from that hidden tomb. And I'm missing two. I'm missing two hammery stuff, or axes. Oh. No. None of those. I'm missing quite a few weapons. This is very odd. I'm missing quite a few things around here. What's going on? I suppose I've still got some time left, I guess. Or have I? I don't know. I actually don't know. What's going on? Where is everything? DNA. Let's go and have a look at what missions have got left. Sure, there's 9 sequences. And we're on 8, are we? And we've just started 8. And there's only 3 missions in that. Oh, that's very odd. It's very odd indeed. Alright, let's have a look at that, see what I can find. See if I can find what the weapons are then. If I put missing Assassin's Creed weapons. Missing Assassin's Creed weapons. Right. Okay, so I'm trying to find out this this person that we're going to go into the tomb of soon. Okay, so I'm trying to work out what game is he from. Oh, what's this? So he's from Revelations. Oh, is that it? He's just from Revelations, or is he from 4 as well? Oh, he was a member of the Templars, though. I can tell you that much. Oh, I'll just have a look at it in a minute then. Okay, then missing Assassin Creed Revelation weapons. Ah, here we go. Right, what we're doing now? We've just changed clothes. I haven't just changed clothes. Right, so let's see what it says. Okay. Something you can only get with pre-order bonuses. There's 3 I think they're going to be getting in Cappadocia. Ah. Right, so maybe I have to go back to Cappadocia and buy some things there as well. Can I go and do that now? How do I travel back to Cappadocia? Is there a way to do that? That is a good question. There must be. But I'm not sure where I would go to do such a thing. I'm guessing by one of the ferries? Ah, there is a way. There's a boat to Cappadocia. Well, I'll head back there now and have a see if there's any weapons there on my game. Oh, so I see. So maybe I forgot to get some. Maybe there's some other stuff there as well. I hope there's not more clothes. Because I've looked at all the clothes already and it's... Ugh. So many clothes. Don't know what to do with them all. Right, so what am I doing right now? What am I trying to find? I know there's one treasure chest that I mistakenly think is inside a fortress, but it's not. So I obviously don't get it until later on, which is obviously a shame, because that means I have to get it when I'm surrounded by flames, which you probably already seen by now if you're watching it in this in chronological order. Because it was quite funny, actually, because I was going to get trouble. Who's attacking me? No one. Right, I think I've just changed clothes again to the last outfit that we have in our little memory inventory screen. And it is Desmond Miles. Yes, this is quite cool because he's actually got all his weapons and stuff. I actually really like it. It's nice. But it's weird because when I unequipped this one, it said it's purely cosmetic. But the other ones, I'm pretty sure the other ones said that they're not purely cosmetic. Because they didn't say it, so they might be. Actually affects your armour and stuff, but I don't think they do. I don't see why they would do that. It's weird. But you never know. Maybe it does change your actual armour abilities. Right. So I love this bit of this kind of thing here. I do it here. I get to do it later in the main Let's Play as well. Actually, no, you've already seen it. Sorry. Oh, it's confusing. Time travel. But I love this little bit where you climb up and you go across this little thing here. Oh, it's great. Absolutely fantastic. Right then. So I'm just trying to get to this ferry now on my own little game. Trying to get back to Cappadocia. Don't particularly want to go back there, but I'm going to have to. Just to see if there's any weapons and stuff. And if there is, I will come back later to buy them. Right, okay, so I'm at the boat to Cappadocia. I'm travelling to Cappadocia. Let's see what's back over there then. Alright, what's going on? How are we doing? I think I'm just trying to get across the area now to get to the last one or the last two. Yes, the last 2 data fragments. You don't actually unlock anything, you know, which is a real shame. You get a trophy, I suppose, but I've already got that. I mean, I thought you did unlock something, but that's a later game. Oh, let's quickly push him off, Desmond. Okay, I'm back in Cappadocia, and why do I have to wear my hood here still? I don't understand. Is it because the dress code in Cappadocia is not, you know, bright colours? It has to be dark and grey things. Yes, an assassin has to wear dark and grey things when he's in Cappadocia. Part of the local laws, local customs. Right, now can I get to the blacksmith without running out of time? Which I think is very unlikely because we've got about a minute left. Oh my god, there's so many people walking out of Cappadocia, it's crazy. There's so many people in Cappadocia, oh my god. There's so many people here. Right, so I'm at the smith. The smith is closed right now. There's nobody actually at the smith. Why is there nobody at the smith? Where is Nero Smith? Why is he not out here? Okay, that's odd. What if I change my outfit when that reloaded? Well, I was going to tell you on the screen, but I guess I can't. Just want to see if there's any weapons available. If not, I might have to reload some of the story missions and get them that way around. But that does work, so hopefully we'll sort it out. Right. Back in I go. Where am I going? How am I doing? How's my driving? In fact, I think I'm finished. Right, see you next time, assassins.